Pass is caught for an easy completion, but he likes the one-on-one matchup with Garrett Wilson and Lenore, and he delivers it where Wilson's able to make a play on the ball. Boy, Garrett Wilson.
3rd down and 7, and the pass is caught by Wilson. Underneath Wilson. There he is again. Nice move by Wilson. Another one, and he sits down. Play action from Rodgers again. Pressure off the edge, and the pass is broken up and now picked off. Ronnie Bass and Sunshine, and remember the Titans. Here's Garrett Wilson.
Looked like Hall, get him back.
Looked like Hall might have gotten 10. Either way, now a catch. Jets spread him out. And is broken up.
This is the most carries that Jordan Mason has had since high school.
Here's Garrett Wilson.
We'll get word on Hall as soon as we come up with it. The ball out near midfield. Shotgun. Rodgers hits his man. Breaking away Garrett Wilson. The spin by Wilson. Rodgers hooks a pass. It's complete.
Sweat.
Rodgers. It's on time.
Had takeaways today. The Titans want them.
Rodgers gets rid of it. He tries a 2nd down and 3. Fake it initially, and now it's Wilson. He's got a lane, and Wilson will have a 1st down. 1 second. Rodgers gets the snap off, barely. Rodgers timing route, floater. It's caught over the shoulder.
Looking to the outside, and watch the adjustment back to the inside so smoothly.
Running back is Breece Hall. The fake to him, play action, throws, caught, catch. Rodgers leading this drive with play action, has time, throws along the sideline, no.
He's pretty close to being in phase, but boy, Aaron Rodgers brings him back on that back shoulder.
2 of them for years in Green Bay. Rodgers fires. Rodgers to the outside, and that's incomplete.
Find a matchup.
2nd and 4 to the outside. Good move. Tackling.
He's just as dangerous after the catch. We've seen that theme kind of repeating itself tonight. These New York Jets receivers making plays with accurate throws from Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers, the fake, the throw, caught, staying inbounds, yes, touchdown.
He does get there, he maybe has a chance, but that ball is, again, not to be a broken record, perfectly thrown to the outside, away from the defender.
And Allen fires behind. And Rodgers is going to throw to the outside, caught here.
A lot of people talk, a lot of coaches talking about they don't practice in the offseason as much as they used to. So
nickel package, 3rd and long, 1st possession. Rodgers, a short throw. Garrett Wilson trying to create, and he fumbles the ball. Fake it, off the boot, toss it, and Garrett Wilson.
Nice job.
Breece Hall, good protection on the blitz. Flag is down. Rodgers drops it in the bucket. Garrett Wilson.
Feet.
He gets the right knee down there.
But was it in bounds?
Yeah, that's tough to tell. Jets are trying to hurry up.
Here. And he should. He should carry it the rest of the way.
Rodgers on the toss. Through the air. Hits Wilson.
The quick throws so easily.
Quick passing game. Rodgers guns it. Broken up. Rodgers in the pocket. He throws it. Not on the same page.
Thank you, Jamie. 2nd and 9. Play action. And it was intended for Garrett Wilson. Rodgers, quick throw to Wilson. He dived. Fakes the handoff, throws left. Nice move. Garrett Wilson. Rodgers from the pocket. Finds an open receiver, but could not connect. Rodgers going to throw it. And it's Wilson. Quick throw. Intercepted. Van Ginkel. And, of course, the 2-minute warning. Rodgers, quick throw to Wilson. Cuts up, but Joshua Metellus. Rodgers to his left. Quick throw to Wilson. Pirouettes. Then steps out of bounds. Rodgers, quick throw. And that was behind Wilson with the snap. Quick throw to Wilson, who steps out of bounds. To play fake. There's a big one, but a slip. Rodgers Steps up over the middle to Garrett Wilson. And he gets Rodgers over the middle. And that's a catch. Rodgers to Wilson again. Rodgers goes for Wilson. Rodgers, quick throw. There's Wilson. Makes an inside move and takes it. Rodgers, 2nd and goal. Quick throw to Wilson. Makes a move. 1st and goal at the 1. Rodgers, all kinds of time. Throws it. Touchdown.
A little time. Not very much happens on time down here in the red zone, so just buy a little time. Let guys create a little bit of space. So good at having vision.
Rodgers, quick throw. It's Garrett Wilson. Wilson takes it past Rodgers. Pump fake and throws for Wilson, who's open, and it goes over his head. Rodgers to Wilson, grabs it, and he was able to.
Good start for this offense.
Rodgers able to complete to Wilson. Garrett Wilson, a nice move. 2nd and 8. Wilson makes a move and another.
Deflection.
3rd down and goal. Rodgers slides through, throws, caught, but out of bounds.
That's a touchdown in my book. He gets both feet down. I'm not sure exactly why he left his feet to begin with, but nevertheless,
via replay assistance, it was determined that it was a touchdown.
Rodgers using that hard count. Wilson with a catch. 1st down. 7 on the 1st sack of the night. Quick throw. Wilson made one man miss. And 2nd down and 7. Rodgers slings it. Beautiful throw. Protection. End zone incomplete. Garrett Wilson made a move. Nice start to the drive. 2nd level, there he is, Garrett Wilson.
And Aaron Rodgers just puts this ball right out in front perfectly to where Garrett Wilson's able to catch it, continue to stay on the move and run.
Now 3rd down and 11 as a result. End zone, Wilson, ball's knocked out.
He puts a move on Terrell Bernard right there in order to give him a shot, but he knows he's going to get hit. The 2 safeties converge on it just as he's trying.
Last week. Quick out. Throw to Garrett Wilson. Through a tackle. 1st down in the red zone. Attention to him is possible tonight. 2 wait on him, and that pass incomplete. And Rodgers going to try to throw for it inside and gets the 2. Conklin got the 6. Wilson the 2. And the Jets lead. Long 4. Jets spread it out. Highsmith came around the edge. Rodgers pass is intercepted. 21 seconds. It'll go out to Garrett Wilson. Gets hit right away.
And their best shot.
15. Rodgers pulls it down. Comes back to Wilson. Crossing at the 1st down mark. To the 40.
To cover all those, look at the 2 guys at the top of the screen up there on Devontae Adams. You pump that way, you come back, and there's the space that you look for.
For all but 2 snaps. 2nd and 10 slant. Wilson caught right in midfield. It could be 3 guys, 1 hang. Here's Rodgers back, sideline slaying Wilson. Intercepted. He didn't catch it. Rodgers, nothing open. Escapes and throws on the run to the 1, incomplete. Under 10 minutes in regulation. Rodgers on the slap. Wilson on the run, taking off. Inside the 35.
Plays here tonight, but then you get a little flavor of what is possible, of why the Devontae Davis thinks he's going to be fitted for a gold jacket one day.
Wants to learn everything he can.
He's been a sponge so far. Rodgers off the fake, over the middle, and it is caught. Situations. Rodgers puts some air under it, near side to get pressure up front. Rodgers again working near side, drops it in the bucket. Press coverage, and you know that when you play Rodgers and you're in press, that you're going to have to play the fade or the go ball, and that is the tough catch. Jets have lost 4 straight. As desperate as it gets in week 8, Rodgers puts some air under it, far side, it's caught. Wilson, and then the concentration just to come down with it. I mean, it doesn't get any better He has just been sensational in this game.
2 touchdowns on 3 trips. Rodgers pulls it back to the end zone, and it's incomplete.
Love to try to get him involved, but they haven't been able to solve man coverage.
Rodgers comes back to the near side. On 2nd and 7, quick drop. Rodgers
right in the side pocket, and really, that ball had such a low trajectory. Credit Wilson. If he didn't get such a great release.
Nearly jumped off. Passes behind.
They're up tight. Look at Stingley losing ground. So he knew right away, even though the ball was behind Wilson.
The ball for a little over 8 minutes. As the pass out here, speaking of him, of course, the minute you mentioned. Quick toss here. Nice move. To the outside goes Wilson. 2nd and 12. Rodgers under pressure. Throws one-handed, caught. Wilson, touchdown.
This one-handed grab, pretty tight coverage. A risky effort by Petrie. He clearly goes for the football, and that's either going to make a play. Quick throws.
Starts this one. Play action, rolling, throwing, incomplete. Snap it at 1. Pass is caught, and that's a nice grab. Caught 6 tonight on 10 targets. To the near side and stopping and making the grab there. 4-man rush. Rodgers to the end zone. And Wilson, can he one-handed and stay in bounds? They say he was out. What a grab, though, one-handed.
Oh my gosh, ridiculous catch.
The play clock is running.
Yeah, that maybe the shin gets down.
The left shin hit the ground inbounds before the knee hit out of bounds. It is a touchdown.
Chewing up the game clock, 5.5. It's Wilson. He's trying to stick. Wilson comes out of the slot. Makes the catch. Wilson.
Picture on 2nd and 6. Rodgers throwing, completes. It should be a fall. Rodgers over the middle, completes. Wilson, it's a 16-yard penalty, automatic first down for the Jets. Rodgers, quick delivery. Wilson. They need 2 Rodgers. This will be a first down. Entering the day, 8th fewest points per game, under 20.
As well. Has started a couple at right tackle. First time on the left side. Rodgers for Garrett Wilson, incomplete. Down at 9 for the Jets. Rodgers over the middle, nearly intercepted.
Never got any bigger.
Rodgers, quick pass to Garrett Wilson. Rodgers throws. Garrett Wilson has it against the Texans. Rodgers to Wilson. And Wilson is stopped. Rodgers hit as he throws, and it's incomplete.
Right now.
And that one is broken up. Rodgers, quick pass, Garrett Wilson. Wilson dancing around.
Excellent halfbacks are on the field.
And Rodgers takes a shot for Garrett Wilson. It's broken up. Looking right, floats it right. Wilson separates, but he cannot. Seahawks load the line and bring pressure. Rodgers has it picked off by Leonard Williams. Inside of 2 minutes. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Quick strike. Wilson bangs into Xavier Gibson. Fake it to Breece Hall. Wilson comes across the field and sprints ahead. On their first 4 drives, plus one of those a kick return. Looking for Wilson. He's in to block Witherspoon. Rodgers throws past the sticks for Wilson against Josh Jobe. Swing it out. It's Wilson and Kobe. 3rd and 2. Extra man for Seattle coming. It's Wilson on the slant for another. Here's your game. Rodgers off the back foot. Launches to the end zone.
It's a hard thing to come back from. And
here's a 1st and 10 throw outside, little out of the reach. 14 through the air. Wilson on the move. That's a jet sweep pass with the block by Conklin. And a tackle.
But you can see his mobility and moving around the pocket has been outstanding all day.
1st and 10. And he's Rodgers. He's got Wilson. And now he's in a nest of defenders.
But Wilson beats Ramsey right off the line of scrimmage. He does one hard step to the outside, gets to the inside.
2nd down 8, Rodgers to the air. His rookie running back with the block on Campbell. Wide open.
And it appears to be in. Yep. They're not hustling to the line to.
Nope. Rodgers with 200 passing yards today. 3rd down 2. And almost 5 yards per carry. 2nd down 5. Rodgers and for Wilson. Some lingering from last year. 3rd down 4. And 1st down and 10. Garrett Wilson. The beat on him was Kohu. Up the middle they come. It goes out to Wilson. Boy, they have a hard time.
To the bottom of your screen. On 3rd down, floating one down the sideline and fake to him. Rodgers with time and wide open, and the catch made by Wilson.
Route, you see the shallow right there. That's the tight end, and then find that intermediate sail.
1,000-yard receiving season. Rodgers handles the high snap, and there's in the middle of the field, Garrett Wilson.
It was really the opposite side where Aaron Rodgers was looking. He came off that.
There's 28 drops this year. Not good. He floats this one and knocked away the state. Quick pass, slipping through, and he got a 1st down. Garrett Wilson hits.
Rodgers, Fashanu the block. Underneath again, bobbled. Rodgers with a 3rd and 7. They bring 4. He gets a 1st down pass. And dancing out there, Wilson. And finally hauled down with a 3rd and 14. Hall a block. Fashanu a block. And Rodgers to the air. And caught. 1st and 10 for Aaron Rodgers. On a knee, it's Wilson. Grabbed and then Rodgers again with that difference of a touchdown. That was .499 in his career. 1st and 10. It's 3rd and 8 for Aaron Rodgers. Underneath. Wilson has it.
Week 6 with 113 on the ground. And here's Aaron Rodgers throwing, completing. 2nd series for the Jets. And they begin with a little toss over here at the line of scrimmage to Garrett Wilson.
Expect a run here.
Davis, they fake it to him. And Rodgers' throw is there for Wilson. Takes off inside.
And that's never good when your own defender picks you when you're playing man-to-man. Wide open, good throw, Rodgers. Wilson has had another great year. He's got to get back to finishing.
Pass across the middle. Wilson. Nice cut.
Yes.
On Wilson. He seldom plays in the secondary for the Bills as the pass is thrown and is caught by Wilson.
Slant, something quick.
Taylor, boy, pressure, unloads it. Bad snap, pulls it down, end zone bound, and pulled down for the touchdown.
Pretty good D, actually. Kind of holds him a little, and his hand is right there. The ball just gets up right inside it, and just an outstanding job by Wilson.
Covering their eyes watching that. There's Wilson, first target of the day for Garrett Wilson. They're bringing it. Calais Campbell got a head start there. Wilson one-on-one. Shake and bake gets by Ramsey. 1st and goal for the Jets. What a move.
And then, like you said, the change of direction of Garrett Wilson to come in and out of that break. All he had left was his hand warmer. He just grabbed his hand warmer and said, no, man.
Bubbled it outside. Wilson. Whoa. 3rd catch of the day for Lazard. That includes a touchdown. Here's Garrett Wilson. Loose underneath. Wilson, shake and bake. Ramsey. Rodgers throws outside, and it's dropped by Garrett. Inside the 40. Quick throw, Garrett Wilson against Ramsey.